Miss Niambi Ayanna, back with another video. Okay, so within this apartment series, we have talked about the fears of living alone, and one thing that I highlighted was finances, which I completely understand. It's one of the most common fears of moving out solo. And as a young adult, it is super important that you want to learn how to live on your own and take on all of the responsibilities, whether this is your first time living by yourself or your first time venturing out to find your own apartment. Either way, just know that living on your own is way more than just paying rent. Ultimately, you'll come to a point where you ask yourself, so can I actually afford an apartment? Well, luckily for you guys, I have some answers. So let's get right into this. The first is to have a firm knowledge on your monthly income. Whether you have a job or not, you do know how much money you have at the end of the month. So make a note of that. But if you don't have a job or you're thinking of getting one in the near future that might have a certain pay rate, then you can also make a side note of what you project to make each month so that you can see a rough estimate of how much you can spend once you do have an apartment. The second tip is to know your monthly budget. Basically, how much money are you spending each month with the money that you do have? If you don't pay rent right now, this is super important to take note how much money you are spending, because it does get a little bit more complicated when you add rent on top of that after having free spending. But I will get into budgeting a little bit more towards the end of this video, and I have something to give you guys. So make sure you are tuned in. The third tip is to ask yourself if you have any wiggle room for additional expenses. Depending on the apartment, sometimes included within your rent are utilities. However, there are some properties where you pay rent and then you also pay additional utilities and then additional bills outside of that. So make sure you do have a breakdown for the apartment that you are looking to move into so that you have a rough estimate on how much money you will spend. Plus, as I say all the time, life happens. So in addition to having a fluctuating bill or bills, if you do have a car, maybe your car breaks down at some point and you have to pay to fix that, or anything else that may happen, you just want to be prepared and know that you are secure financially so that you can enjoy your experience of having an apartment. Plus, that just allows you to really embrace the responsibilities of living on your own. So these are the 3 tips that I have for you guys on figuring out, can you afford an apartment? And as promised, to talk a little bit more about budgeting, as a lifestyle coach, I do help so many of my clients with money management, because outside of just renting, it is important to have a great understanding of your finances by breaking down literally each thing that you pay for each month. So what I have is a download that you can get in the link down below. Essentially, it is a budget input that is available for all devices to utilize. You will put in every single thing that you pay for within the month, as well as other things that you are looking to pay for. Maybe you want to add a Netflix or a Hulu account in the near future. So you want to write out every single item that you have as an expense. Plus, this is a great time for you guys to really get honest with yourself, because you'll figure out where maybe you can cut some corners and save some money, or where you can add something else to your list. And I do know that it can feel a little bit overwhelming understanding what a budget is and figuring out what is best for you. So feel free to schedule a consultation with me. You can go to missniambiayanna.com/consultations and we will talk one-on-one to figure out a personalized budget just for you. So I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. If it was, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Have any comments, questions, concerns, please leave them down below. You can reach me on all my social media platforms and make sure to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and that little bell notification next to it so that you won't miss any of my videos ever. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.